Coming up,
We've had a lot of these customers for 40 to 50 years. I mean, they're not just customers, they're friends.
It's one of the best run outfits in the United States.
Holden Herefords have definitely made a difference in our herd.
Trends may change, but there's always demand for good cattle.
see why Holden Line 1 Herefords genetics are in demand worldwide. Next on The American Rancher. Hello and welcome to The American Rancher. I'm Pam Minnick. Today we're headed to the big sky country of Valier, Montana. There, the Holden family has produced top quality Line 1 Hereford genetics for over a half a century. They're one of the first seed stock producers to performance test their cattle. And with a solid track record of innovation and a commitment to quality cattle, the Holden family gained a solid reputation with cow-calf operators around the globe.
My grandparents bought this ranch in 1955, so we've been on this ranch for over 60 years now. My wife and I took over 1987 from my grandparents and have managed it now then for almost 33 years. We're now working on the fourth generation on the place. Our son Brad works on the ranch. He's been back ever since he graduated from Montana State with an animal science degree. And then our son-in-law, Eric, works here full-time. He's been here for 3 years. Really nice part of the operation too.
The Holden family has taken me in and they treated me like one of their own from the beginning, and now we're family, and you wouldn't even know that I wasn't actually one of their kids the way they treat me. So it's been a blessing being out here. Brooke and I will be having a baby and we're very excited. We don't know what it is yet, so we'll find out when it comes, but everyone around here they're all very excited, and we're looking forward to adding a new member to the family.
And then we have a very important part of the equation, that longtime herdsman, J.D. Evans, has been here 24 years, and he and I have worked together very closely over the years. Been a real important part of the continued improvement we've made and managing of the cow herd, developing the bulls. A lot of us in agriculture, that's what you're doing it for. You want the family operation. You're trying to continue to improve for the next generation, and having that next generation involved and taking an interest is just, real critical to keeping things going. We're blessed with this operation that we've been able to have, the next generation come home. And, I've seen other good operations that didn't have children that were interested or wanted to be involved. And, eventually, people get old and they get tired and they retire, and you lose those operations.
Working with my family has really taught me a lot about the cattle business, especially how you treat people, and not only when they're here, when they come for the sale, but even after, making sure these cattle are working for them and they're doing the job that they paid for them to do.
Decades ago, Les Holden introduced performance testing to Montana. Now, with decades of data, the Holdens breed Hereford cattle for traits that are proven to improve their customers' bottom line.
I have some memory of getting to see my great-grandpa around until I was 8 or 9. He was a real pioneer of the Hereford breed, especially with performance testing all these cattle, and big part of getting these cattle to where they are today.
We started performance testing in 1956. My grandpa, Les, was one of the charter members of the Montana Beef Performance Association. And so we were one of the first to take birth weights, weaning weights, yearling weights, and start testing cattle. We continue to do that today. We run a 130-day feed test on these bulls. We've been on the same feed program for the last 20 years. These bulls are averaging about 3.5 pounds a day gain, 1,300 pound average yearling weight. We want to find out on these bulls how they perform, how they do, how they convert. It's important, I think, to us and to our customers, and let these bulls show their genetic potential that's due to them in the performance. Our goals over the years have changed, yes and no. I think it's always been about producing a quality product and covering all the bases for our customers. But I think demand for phenotypes has changed somewhat over the years. Here at Holden Herefords, we've always tried to stay middle of the road with the right kind. We never have chased a lot of the trends that have happened out there. Our focus is just continue to do it right and raise quality, and we figure trends may change. There's always demand for good cattle. And we've always tried to be at the front end of things that we think will help us and our customers. We think carcass quality is important, both to keep in our herd and for our customers and for the whole beef industry. And so that's why we scan all of our bulls and all of our heifers as yearlings. We want to find out as much as we can and as much information about our sires and the individuals to see what's happening in our herd and to be able to improve going forward. We've been ultrasounding all of our bulls and all of our heifers for 26 years now. This was the 26th year. Every animal on the place is genomic EPD'd. We've been doing that for 7 years now, ever since the American Herefords Association came out with GEPDs. We feel that's both important for us and for our customers. With the genomic EPDs, we feel like we can identify animals quicker that are going to do the things that we want and help our customers identify those same animals. Especially with our embryo transfer program, when you've got multiple full brothers, that without the genomic EPDs, their EPDs are all the same, just an average of the sire and dam. But if you genomic enhance them, it will then, the markers will help tell you which of those full brothers are going to breed more growth or more maternal or more carcass or less birth weight, and spread those bulls out so that then you can also take their genotypes and compare them with their phenotypes to try and find the best individuals.
Through the years, I've seen this place change quite a bit, especially in our numbers. We have added quite a few cattle, and we've added a fall herd over the years, but while we've added those numbers, we've done it gradually so we could keep the quality in these cattle, keeping data better, and we're trying to make the right selection decisions where we can have these cattle looking phenotypically correct, also having great EPDs.
These are our TSU kits. We pre-order these pre-numbered to match the tag and tattoo that's going to go on the calves. When we tattoo the calves and tag them at 12 to 24 hours of age, at the same time we punch an ear sample out of them. You can see in there's the DNA samples, so we have the DNA samples for parentage verification and genomics on everything.
Coming up,
We just wouldn't have the quality or reputation without having his bulls involved.
longtime Holden Hereford customers tell it like it is. That's after the break here on The American Rancher.
Reproductive success is critical in every profitable cow-calf operation. That's why you need effective, easy breeding with VitaFerm Concept Aid. High concentrations of organic trace minerals and vitamin E found in Concept Aid will ensure more of your cows breed back faster. Plus, you'll be giving your herd the AmaFerm advantage, leading to healthier, heavier, more uniform calves at weaning. VitaFerm Concept Aid. Effective, easy breeding.
Superior Livestock Auction connects producers to buyers across the U.S. through the largest cattle merchandising network in North America.
They're seen by probably pretty much every person buying cattle in the U.S. They pretty much establish the price.
Our customers have a way to purchase bulls without having to physically be at the sale. Because our sale's the second Saturday in February, you never know what the weather might be in the Texas Panhandle.
In 2017, we sold nearly 1.5 million head for top dollar.
When you watch a Superior sale, it seems like that they do bring a premium.
We are several $100,000 ahead of where we would be if we didn't have Superior.
They have done such an extraordinary job in helping us market our program throughout the United States.
Your paycheck is Superior's #1 priority, which is why more producers trust Superior. Call us or go online to learn how to sell your cattle the Superior way.
Welcome back to The American Rancher. Holden Herefords in Valier, Montana is a family operation with decades of successful line 1 breeding experience. Jack always says that a line breeding program can only succeed if you cull hard. You must keep moving ahead with the best genetics, and that's what the Holdens do best.
Holden's was recommended to us by our cattle buyer, Galen Sievers. Really great guy from Iowa, since passed, but he looked at our set of Hereford cows when we shipped the first time, and he said, this is probably the biggest herd of Herefords that I've seen. There were over 600 of them. And we asked him what he would do, and would he keep the Herefords, because so many people had gone to blacks and straight blacks, and the complexion of the marketplace in all of the West had changed from being the Hereford to the Angus. And he said, I'd get some good Hereford bulls. And we asked him who we should go to, and he said, go to Jack Holden, and ended up going and getting some Hereford bulls. We like the fact that you can walk through his bulls. I mean, you can walk up to them. They have a fantastic personality, and that personality is transferred onto the ground and into the calves. They're easy calvers, and when you cross the Hereford and the good qualities they have with the Angus, you get the black baldy, which is very desirable today.
Research says those F1 baldy females, can add as much as $50 a year back to the operation in value. Some fresh research out at Oklahoma State on F1 baldy females compared to straight bred Angus females, where those cows, a baldy female will eat almost 700 pounds less forage a year and still have a better body condition score than the straight bred cows. So the benefits both in weaning weight, which can be as much as, with what calf prices are, $50 to $60 a head extra for the steer calves. The value that those F1 females add back to those operations really makes that F1 baldy cross, and is bringing a lot of people back to Hereford cattle and Hereford bulls to go on their Angus-based cow herd.
The F1 baldy probably fits the Montana, Wyoming, the area that I've worked in the best of any cow I've been around. You get the hybrid vigor. Heterotosis is really the only free lunch we get in commercial cattle. We can do that by using our Hereford Angus cross and not give up any of our ease of wintering. We don't give up anything to the packers. They grade and yield well. The feedlot guys like them. They feed real well. I've had the chance to work around a lot of different crossbred cows, and it seems like when you start talking maternal traits, disposition, you just can't have all those things together any better than we do with our Hereford Angus cross. They really fit our harsh winters. They calve pretty easy. Labor's getting harder and harder to find, and the better disposition, the better mothers you have, the less labor we have to deal with these cows, and that just puts money in the bank.
You see a lot of docility in these cattle. We're calving right now, and I sure haven't had a Hereford scare me at all. You can be right in the pen with the calves when they're born. Also, just when you're feeding, they're right there ready to eat out of your hand. And then on top of it, it just is easier on a guy and on equipment.
People are getting older. We don't move as fast. We're all so busy, nobody can afford to get hurt. And so I think the disposition that Herefords bring to the table is very important.
Born and raised in the harsh extremes of Montana, Holden Herefords are developed to perform on ranches around the globe.
Climbing around here is pretty harsh on these cattle. It is still one of the best places in the world to raise cattle. The grass is great during the summer. It's a tough winter, but it makes tough cattle and that can go out and work in any environment.
Adaptability is so important because, Valier, Montana is very harsh. We can have -40 temperatures in the winter, lots of snow, lots of wind. Can be extremely windy in the spring and fall. We are blessed with, great summers. Harsh as our climate is here, we have to worry about, our cattle going also to where it's hot temperatures, humid, fescues, those kind of things. We've sent cattle to Alaska even, they have to go and work anywhere. So we have to have cattle that have really good hair and can handle the cold and the harsh temperatures here. But these cattle also have to go to places where they shed out in the summer, they can go out and work, and they can handle 100 and 110 degree temperatures, hold their conditions together, go get the job done, breed cows, and, not stand in a pond all summer.
There are so many things in the ranching business that you can't control, but I can control the kind of bull I buy. I can get quality, consistency, temperament, and production and performance if I buy a Holden Hereford bull. Holden Herefords have definitely made a difference in our herd. we just wouldn't have the quality or reputation without having his bulls involved.
Coming up,
when I talk to my customers in Australia, one thing I hear is, thank God for the Line 1 genetics. When we having to turn these cows up in the hills and we have no feed in a drought, Holden influenced cows come out of the hills, they've got big calves at side, and they're all bred. And that's not happening with our other genetics.
it's your opportunity to cash in on the power and versatility of Holden genetics. Details after the break, right here on The American Rancher.
The Superior Country page is your 24/7 marketplace for buying and selling load-lot calves, feeders, breeding stock, and other cattle. Cattle ranchers like the Country page because it's easy to use, and they get the jump on current market conditions by putting cattle in front of buyers right now. Cattle are ready for sale in minutes, so buyers can start bidding. Call or log on today to find out how the Superior Country page can work for you.
At 44 Farms, we believe work starts at sunup and doesn't stop until sundown. We believe in order to live off the land, you have to love and respect it. We believe that cattle aren't just raised, they're nurtured. And we believe when you do things right, with honesty and integrity, well, things like quality and consistency happen naturally. 44 Farm Steaks, responsibly raised all-natural beef. Superior Livestock Auction now offers a monthly Holstein steer and dairy video auction. With the largest number of registered and active buyers in the nation, Superior Livestock Auction is your source for lightweight dairy-influenced calves. Sellers enjoy proven price discovery that pays top dollar. Buyers get access to high volume and steady supply. And everyone appreciates Superior's trusted experience in national livestock marketing. Go online at superiorlivestock.com to register and to find out more.
Welcome back to The American Rancher. The Holden family of Valier, Montana is one of the top Line 1 Hereford breeders in the industry. Their success is centered on producing genetics that deliver pounds, predictability, and efficiency for their customers. Every March, customers travel to Valier from around the U.S. and countries as far away as Australia to attend the Holden's annual production sale.
Our program is all based on the Line 1 cattle that were developed at the Miles City Research Station at Fort Keogh in 1934 and is still in existence. We only use the Line 1 genetics, and a lot of that reason is the consistency and predictability that comes from having those line-bred cattle, the uniformity. It's what you see is what you get.
Now, you walk in to look at Jack's bulls and you think, why did I even have to come ahead of time and look at them? Because they're so uniform.
One is just like the other almost. They're absolutely picture perfect.
Our customers love our bulls for the easy fleshing, the type and kind that they are, with the overall volume, the muscle. We still want, eye appeal in these cattle. We want them to be well marked. We've selected for eye pigment for a lot of years. But then we want these cattle to be sound and big and stout to go get the job done and be able to breed a lot of cows as yearling bulls. These are some of the bulls that'll be in the sale this March. These bulls are basically 12 months old right now, have just came off feed test. We weighed them off the 1st of January. They had about a 1,300 pound average yearling weight, gained 3.5 pounds a day. This is the 26th year in a row that we've ultrasounded all of our bulls, yearling bulls and heifers, for make sure we keep on top of our carcass end of things. There's a bull right there. This bull had, that'd be the highest marbling bull we've ever scanned in 26 years of scanning. Had a 6.33 IMF ratio. He'd be one of the top bulls, young bulls in the breed for marbling EPD. Just shows our focus on carcass quality. We're trying to cover all the bases with these cattle. Moderate birth, lots of performance. We believe in performance and growth, the pigment, the eye appeal, the depth of rib and the fleshing ability in them. Just that natural look. Disposition is really important to us and to our customers. We want these bulls to be gentle, easy to be around, but go out and get their job done and travel. You can see the soundness in them, want them to be able to move, developed right. Just a really solid set. We're trying to produce every year bulls that cover all the bases. As soon as weaning, we run them all through, do the genomics on them. We want as much information for our customers as we can. We put all that in the catalog: birth weights, weaning weights, yearling weights, all the genomic enhanced EPDs, the ultrasound data. We want our customers to be able to make the best decisions they can on when they're making their purchases, and use all the tools that we can to help them make good decisions. You know, we guarantee these cattle. We want them to be right. People spend good money to buy our product. We want our product to work for them and make them a profit. That's what it's all about. We've had a lot of these customers for 40 to 50 years. I mean, they're not just customers, they're friends. You know, we want the relationship. We want people to call us and say, hey, you know, this is what we need to do, you know, or this is what we're looking for, so that we can help them better find, you know, the animals that are going to reach their goals and move their program forward.
When you buy from Jack, you really do get an entire package. Jack's desire and ability to work with you before and after the sale. We've never had any problems with Jack's bulls, and anything we did have was addressed immediately. You can't ask for a nicer guy. He follows up after the sale well. Any questions or problems you may have, he's more than happy to work with you on. He's came back and stopped in and looked at our program on numerous occasions. You just don't find that kind of service after the sale all that often anymore.
The family is top-notch. It's one of the best run outfits in the United States, evidenced by the fact that their bulls go all over the country.
We've sold to almost all 50 states over the years, but you know, a lot of, you know, we send bulls to the South and the Southeast, all through the Midwest, of course, Montana, and you know, in the U.S. I mean, just every year bulls go to about 20 different states out of the bull sale, and so these cattle have to be adaptable, and the ability to go anywhere and work in any conditions is something we really focus on. We sell a lot of frozen genetics. We export semen and embryos to Canada, Mexico, South America, Australia, Great Britain. You know, those foreign customers rely on our genetics to help improve their herds over there and make things better. And that's a real valuable part of our operation. And you know, we really enjoy those relationships. Some of the genetics that we've sent to Australia, they've just been through a 3 or 4 year record drought over there. And when I talk to my customers in Australia, one thing I hear is, thank God for the Line 1 genetics. When we having to turn these cows up in the hills and we have no feed in a drought, Holden influenced cows come out of the hills, they've got big calves outside, and they're all bred. And that's not happening with our other genetics. We do a lot of embryo transfer here, trying to you know, get more calves, more daughters and sons out of our very best females on the place. The cow herd is super important. We want to promote those cows that are fertile, functional, efficient, raise a big calf, great udder quality, breed back every year on time. Those are the type cows that go into our donor program to produce embryos. We feel a bull is only as good as the cow that's behind him, and we're extremely proud of our cow herd.
In our sale, we'll have about 25 Hereford heifers. They'll be right out of the middle of our replacements. There'll also be some ETs out of that group that'll be right off of the top. There's some very nice looking females on top of having great EPDs and great docility, and they should have some real longevity to them and functionability. About 11 Baldy females in the sale. To me, the F1 Baldy is the best female there is, especially, I mean, for the commercial man. You're gonna get some extra longevity, docility in these cattle. They're sound, they're easy fleshing, they're gonna raise off a bigger calf. And I think these are some very, very nice females that we're gonna have in the sale.
We'd like to invite you to come to our 54th annual bull sale on March 9th, 2020. Here at the ranch in Valier, Montana, see some great cattle, have some great hospitality. We'll have 140 bulls and 40 females to sell, and we will treat you right. Trish will make sure you're fed well, and we'll have cattle on display where you can get a chance to get through them and see them. For the people who have never been to a Holden sale, I think you will really enjoy what you will see here. Here's an opportunity to reach into some of the best Hereford genetics in the world, here backed by one of the best cow herds in the world. Superior Livestock's been a great tool for us. You know, the videos, the ability for people to, you know, preview those cattle beforehand, see online what's going to be selling. You know, 20 to 25% of our sale offering sells to people on Superior every year, and it's been a great tool for us and for our customers. I think, the future for Holden Herefords is bright. You can just expect to see a lot of quality cattle. We just continue to work harder to keep improving these cattle every year. We're going to continue to expand a little bit. We've got the next generation here, so sell a few more bulls and just continue to do things right. Produce cattle that are going to work for the beef industry, for our customers, and for our own operation.
Join the Holden family at the ranch on March 9th for their 54th annual production sale. For more information on the sale and to download the catalog, click holdenherefords.com or go to superiorlivestock.com to view the offering and register for a buyer's number. That's all the time we have today. To find out more about us, visit our website, theamericanrancher.com, or connect with us on Facebook. I'm Pam Minnick. On behalf of the entire American Rancher team, thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time.
That was superior.